Hey there, how are you doing today? Let's see how many people are joining. So we're live. Today our topic is about 3 secrets to build raving fans instead of customers. So how are you guys today? Ashraf, thanks for joining. Assalamu alaikum. So I have 4 viewers. You have to comment to let me know that you're here. So go ahead and make a comment that I'm here or anything. And if you are okay, please help to share this video to your friends, because that will help me reach more people. So I'd appreciate if you could share this video. John Cho, thanks for joining. Asaf, thanks for joining. Thanks for the comment. Come on, I have 4 more people in the on live. You need to comment so that I can know that who's here. Also help me share this video so that I can reach more people. So how's the past 2 episodes been? Was it helpful? Say yes, it was, if it was helpful. Comment it here. Jaren, thanks for joining. Jasser, thanks for joining. Who else is here? Come on, let me know. Give me at least a heart or a like. You've got fit, stay fit. Yeah. I'm losing weight. So let's start today's live. So as I said, today's topic is about 3 secrets to build raving fans instead of customers. So why build raving fans instead of customers? Well, you make more sales and you impact more people by building fans, because they are gonna, the best marketing in the world. The topic is 3 secrets to building raving fans instead of customers, instead of just customers. Okay, so why build raving fans? The best marketing in the world is word of mouth marketing, which is, I recommend my friend that this product is good, this guy is good, this Apple iPhone is really, really good. I write a blog post about it. That is the best marketing in the world. So it's the best, but it's the most difficult thing that that exists in this world. That's the most difficult form of marketing in this world. You can spend money on ads, you can put up a poster, you can put up a banner, anything. Those all cost money. But when you build raving fans, you grow exponentially, because it's called like viral marketing. So where people share the message exponentially, right? 1 person shares to 2 people, 2 people share to another 2 people. So it really builds up exponentially. So I have 8 people online. Can you guys share my video so that I can reach more people? Thank you. So, I mentioned in the post that I'm going to talk about 3 secrets, right? So one of the secret is I learned from a guy who's recognized as the top 5 executive coaches in America. So this guy, he's one of the best direct response marketers alive today. Most of them are expired already. People like Gary Halbert, they are no more in this world, but Jay Abraham is the guy. Jay Abraham is the only guy who's left out from those historic people, right? So he has coached 10,000 plus companies around the world to build their marketing strategy and to reach more people around the world. So he has helped in 400 different niches, and he speaks on stage. He goes in, he's very expensive. His one seminar will cost more than $5,000. It's very difficult to get into his seminars as well, right? Because there's a lot of competition. A lot of people want to learn from Jay Abraham. So that's the first secret that I'll be teaching from Jay Abraham. The second one is from my favorite marketing mentor, Sean D'Souza. The third one is pretty much, I've learned this from a lot of people, so I'll speak about the third one. That'll be the last one we'll speak about, but it's the most important thing. All right, so Jay Abraham, what does he say about building raving fans instead of customers? And Tony Robbins is another guy who endorses Jay Abraham's work. He also teaches people how to build raving fans, right? So Tony Robbins has this event called Business Intensive, which is like 5 days long. It costs like $10,000, where he brings in like popular speakers and business coaches to coach people. So even Tony Robbins teaches about building raving fans. Why are these people talking about? As I said earlier, it's because that's the best marketing available in today. Like because it's free, right? Most people, one person refers to two people, and the two people refer to another two people, which becomes exponential, right? So the first secret is from Jay Abraham. So Jay Abraham, as I said, he's one of the top direct response marketers in the world, who's alive in this world, okay? And he has helped more than 10,000 people or 10,000 businesses, and helped grow in 400 different niches in the sense markets around the world. Okay, so he teaches something called the strategy of preeminence. Strategy of preeminence. So what is strategy of preeminence? Strategy of preeminence is a strategy where you treat your customers as clients. So what's the difference between customer and a client? A customer is one time, if they are making a one-time purchase, then we call it as a customer. If they are repeatedly coming to us, then we call them as client. So exactly like if it is a retail shop and somebody walks in and buys something, then it's a customer who walked in and bought something, right? A restaurant also can be called as like customer, but usually law firms or the big software companies and all, they call their customers as clients, because the clients come back again and again to buy from you, right? So that's the number one concept of strategy of preeminence. Don't ever think of building customers, build clients. Okay, this is the biggest mistake and the biggest drawback of small businesses. They treat people as customers who are like one-time purchasers, right? You need to think of them as clients who come back again and again to buy from you. All right. So how do you build clients? If you want to treat your customers as clients, you should have something special, isn't it? There's something special that is within you is going to be that you are going to be the trusted advisor. You need to build that confidence in your clients that you are the expert, the trusted advisor in this market. For example, if you are working in the tourism niche, one of my friends, he asked me about how can I expand my tourism business. So I asked him to watch this live show. So Jeffrey, if you're watching it, this is for you, man. So if, say, you're in tourism niche, you need to know what your market really wants. You need to know everything about tourism. Yeah, everything. It's not just if you're just running a tourism business in India, you don't just know about Indian tourism, but you should be the expert, the go-to expert in tourism, so that if I plan a holiday to Switzerland, then I will come and ask you, hey Jeffrey, what is the best airline that I can take to Switzerland? You should be able to answer that. That's your responsibility to become the trusted expert or trusted advisor for me. That's how you. That's part of the strategy of preeminence. So number one is treating your customers as clients. Number two is making yourself as the go-to expert or go-to authority or go-to advisor whom your clients will trust, right? It's your responsibility to make. You cannot just ask them, hey, trust me, I know everything, right? You need to show that you know everything about tourism. So how do you show that? You build content, you produce content, you publish books, you speak on stage, you build a good social profile, you post content about different tourism, like what's happening in the market, go and appear on TV channels, go and appear on media mentions, right? Like go and write for newspapers, magazines. These are the reasons how you build authority and portray yourself as an expert in the industry, right? So we have reached 10 people now. I would really appreciate a share from you guys. Hey Mark, thanks for joining. So all this time we discussed about the strategy of preeminence by J. Abraham. We talked about treating your customers as clients and being a trusted advisor to your clients, right? So what does this trusted advisor mean? Trusted advisor means you really care about your customer, right? You're the trusted advisor for your client, which means that you really, really care about your customer. What does care mean? Care means that you say your product is not fit for you. You know, you have to accept that. Sometimes some products that you sell will not be right for your customer. Then you openly say that, hey, I know you want to buy from me, but I feel that this product is not fit for you at this point in time. You go to XYZ and take that whatever and then finish that, and then you come back to me and then we can discuss. I turn away a lot of clients like this because they are not fit to work with me, because they are not in that level. They may be eligible to pay me, but I reject them because I cannot help them at that point in time. So that's the important aspect of being a trusted advisor to your market. Jeremy, thanks for joining. Jeremy, hey. So being the trusted advisor means that you sometimes turn away clients, right? So another aspect of being a trusted advisor to your market is putting yourself in their shoes, in your client's shoes. Okay, so when you are, say for example, you are buying your product, will you sell that product to yourself, right? Or to your kid, or to your uncle, your aunt, or your brother, or your father, anybody? Will you sell that product to your family members, to your close friends? If your product, you won't recommend that to your family members and to your family and your friends, it means that your product is crap, right? So don't create such a product that you will not even sell to your family and friends, because the product is going to be crap. You're just selling something for the sake of selling it, right? So put yourself in your client's shoes. Is your product worth for your client or not, right? So So these are the aspects of being a trusted advisor for your clients, okay? The next thing is give more. Give more than what you promised them, right? That's very important because everybody can satisfy a customer, but nobody can wow their customer. When you bring that wow moment, that's when you stand out in the market. That's when they go and tell their friends about you. Okay, so give more than what you promise. Another way to build raving fans is to reward them, right? So if you have an online course, or if you're selling like a 12-month program or whatever, most people will not be committed, right? So everybody watching, give Ahmed a share. Yeah, please, guys, I'd appreciate a share. So thanks, Jeremy, for that. So reward your customers. So if most of the customers, they buy the product and they put it on the shelf, or they buy a book, they don't even go past the chapter 1, right? So So one way to stand out in the market is that you reward them for completing a book, you reward them for completing a course, or you reward them for using the product, or giving you a feedback, whatever. Like sometimes people come back and say, hey, your product is really, really good. And then you reward them, like maybe give them a voucher, like, okay, I'm giving you a 50% off voucher. Sorry, my notes fell down. So I'm giving you a 50% off voucher for the next purchase because you gave me a feedback, or you referred another customer, so I'm giving you a discount, right? So these are different ways that you can wow your customer, right? So not everybody does this in the market. So when you do these small simple things, even a thank you card, like they researched in the US, some company, I forgot about it, they sent a thank you card and a Christmas wish to their customers, and that actually increased their number of referrals and stuff. So these are small things, guys. I mean, if you do this, it will actually increase the customer satisfaction and takes you beyond a customer level, right? They become raving fans. So that's the whole topic today, isn't it? So another thing about strategy of preeminence and being the trusted advisor is that you have to be the mirror. Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, it's about putting yourself in their shoes, isn't it? So when you put yourself in their shoes, are you treating them like you want to be treated? Are you treating your customer like you want to be treated? So you cannot expect respect from somebody by not respecting them. You cannot expect passion from your customers when you're not passionate about your product, isn't it? So you need to show the passion, you need to show the respect, you need to show the appreciation towards your customers, for your customers to actually appreciate you. Yep. So I lost you for a second. So we are back. So you need to respect your customers for them to respect you back. You need to be passionate about your product for your customers to be passionate about your product. So the whole point is, don't sell something that you will not sell yourself, right? If you're selling that, I can't help you. You can't build raving fans. Forget it. You can drop off the live stream right now. So that's the number one aspect, guys. So number two is personality. So the personality is something that most people will not build into the product. They just buy some OEM product from China and then sell it under their name. Well, it sells and makes money, but you're not building fans. So if you want to build fans, your product needs to have personality. Look at Apple's products. It has Steve Jobs in it, right? Steve Jobs is everywhere in Apple's product, not in today's Apple's products, but when he was alive, Steve Jobs was there in all the products. His personality was there. Steve Jobs is like, he's a Zen meditation kind of guy. He likes simplicity. So if you look at Apple products, everything was simple, right? He removed all the buttons and then he just put one button there. Hey, thanks Asaf for the feedback. I'd appreciate if you could share my video. Thank you. So Apple is about simplicity and Zen, right? And they portray that in their products. So all the Apple products are simple, they have the Steve Jobs feel in it. So once Steve Jobs was dead, that feel is gone already because nobody is there to portray the same Steve Jobs personality into Apple products. So it may have some traces here and there, but it's not there. So the most important thing is that build your company and your products and your services around your personality. You need to give your personality to the products and the services. So how do you give that? So everybody has likes, right? I like chicken shawarma, I like Mediterranean food, I like dosa. So these are things that I like. So when I'm creating my product, right, these are things I like. I like Apple. I hate things like partly I hate Samsung, so I won't say 100% I hate Samsung because I may buy a Samsung phone later, but the thing is I hate Samsung for some reason, right? So these are things I hate and these are things I dislike. I don't like people who are selfish. I don't like people who are like take everything out of you and then just run away or deceive you or something like that. These are dislikes. These are common dislikes, but there are more things that I dislike, which I'm not saying right now. But yeah, I have likes, I have dislikes. I like coffee, I like espresso, I like whatever, right? So whatever likes you have, you need to build your likes and your dislikes and your quirks into your product. So how do you do that? If you're writing a book, then in the middle, say Sean is a very good example, right? So Sean is the guy who actually taught me this. So Sean actually has this brain knotted book, which I talked about in episode 2. In the book, if you go in the middle of the book, there is a recipe for butter chicken. So why is there a butter chicken recipe in the middle of a marketing book? It's because Sean loves to cook. So he put his personality into the product, right? He put his passion of cooking into the product, and he's a cartoonist. So all over the book, everything is illustrated using cartoons, right? So this is how he puts the personality into the product. And one of my other mentors, Dan Meredith, he's like a big, he's hugely into this personality. He portrays his personality like everywhere, like wherever his Facebook posts or his Facebook live videos or whatever, right? Whatever he does, everything has his personality, right? So it's about authenticity, being authentic, saying that I like this, saying that, agreeing that I don't like this, right? So some people are like, not some people, most of us, 99% of us, even me, I am very careful about what I say. I really, really filter my likes and dislikes in front of people because we just are scared that what if they don't like me when I say I don't like this, right? So these are things that we are scared to express ourselves. This actually is turns out bad to you because this is what makes you. This is what makes Ahmed, right? Ahmed likes chicken shawarma, right? So that's what makes Ahmed, right? So it's really, really important that you show what you like and you show what you dislike. And the thing is, if any of you here like chicken shawarma as well, then it actually builds a connection between you and me, isn't it? So it's actually something that we that we like together. So Jeremy says, gotta be authentic. Yes, exactly. So be authentic about what you are and what you want to do and what you like and what you dislike and what are your secrets. Like, be vulnerable a little bit, right? So if you had a failure, say I had a failure, like I screwed it up, guys, I'm so sorry. So that's being authentic. But if you just cover it up, saying that this is it's just a fluke or whatever, right? So you're not gonna be authentic. One way or the other, your customers are gonna find out that you lied to them, right? Don't lie. You just say what happened. Be authentic. I mean, so that these are things that people will you become more likable and trustable, right? I don't know whether that's a word, trustable, but it builds more trust upon you, right? So pretty much that's about personality. Let me summarize personality. Personality is about, I took Apple as an example. Apple has all the simplicity and the Zen personality from Steve Jobs in it. It used to be, okay, but now it's getting bad. But yeah, I mean, that's one good example that I can give. It's Steve Jobs likes simplicity, so the products are simple, right? So he removed the whole keyboard and kept one button. It was a huge move, but it worked. People liked simplicity because, yeah, they connected with the simplicity personality. And I talked about likes, dislikes, and quirks. Talk about the likes that you have. Talk about the dislikes you have. Talk about the quirks you have. Like it builds more connection with your target market. Oh, Yusuf Bhai, thank you for joining. Assalamu alaikum. So when I see Yusuf Bhai, it's brother Yusuf actually wrote one huge article about his story. It had about 25,000 shares. 25,000 shares, I think, or more than that, I don't know. But it was his whole story. How did he start and what struggles he went through, and then finally how he ended up in Saudi Arabia and starting a milkshake store, right? So he wrote his whole story on that, and people really connected with them. All of the 25,000 people who shared, they built a connection with Brother Yusuf, right? So that builds connection. I mean, it was very spontaneous and it was a coincidence that Brother Yusuf joined us now. Yeah, I mean, are you there, Brother Yusuf? Hope you didn't mind that I shared your story a little bit. Yeah, so how do you discover your personality? Most of the times we don't know what personality we are. So how do we find it out? The easiest way to find out is by taking tests. Myers-Briggs test, it's free online. Myers, M-Y-E-R-S, B-R-I-G-G-S. Just search for it, and then you can it'll ask you like 15 questions, and then you can actually find yourself by using those parameters. And there is Gallup Strengths Test. I heard about Gallup Strengths Test from one of my friends and coaches. Her name is Mzee Mystic. So she actually gave me a session about what strengths I have and stuff like that. So it was like really helpful about finding myself. It's being more self-aware, like what are your strengths, right? So that's one more thing. And the third one that you could take today is DISC assessment, D-I-S-C. So these three assessments can actually give you a little bit of insight into yourself, because you don't really know about yourself unless and until somebody else tells you that, hey, you are good, you're good with this, you're good with that, because we don't accept ourselves most of the time. So these tests are really helpful in finding yourself, right? So that's about it about personality. The third one is problem, right? That's the that's something very simple, but most of the people don't care about the problem, right? Problem they are solving in their market. They don't care about it. So if you don't know what problem your product solves, then you cannot explain what it is addressing, what wants and desires of your target market is your product addressing. So if you don't have a problem in hand, you just are cloning something that's existing in the market, then your marketing will not be really good. So pick one problem that you want to solve. For example, there was Zappos.com. Zappos.com was nothing so different. They were selling shoes online. It's just like a retail store. They took it online, right? So why should they go and buy shoes from an online store? Doesn't make sense, because you can go. Buying shoes is about trying the right shoes and see and feel whether it's really good or not. So that was so they opened Zappos.com, but nobody bought from them. Nobody bought anything from their store. Why? They went and found the problem, why they were not buying. So they went and interviewed their target market. So here's where I again insist on your target market. It's very important. You need to study your target market. Unless and until you know deep about your target market, what are their fears and what are their frustrations, and what problems they have in life. If you don't know them, you cannot address them with your product or your solution, right? So Zappos, they went and asked for feedback from their customers. Why aren't you buying from our website? And most of them said that, what if I buy and it didn't fit my legs, right? Or my foot, right? So what if I bought it and it didn't fit my foot? So the problem, they found it out. The problem about buying shoes online is that they are scared whether it will end up not fitting them. So they came up with a solution. The solution was that they said you have a 30-day return guarantee. If you didn't use the shoes and it didn't fit you, you just send it back to us. We'll pay for the return delivery charge. We'll pay for everything. You'll get a new pair of shoes, or we refund the money. So this is a guarantee that they put up in their website. That actually ended up Zappos growing like anything, and it was finally acquired by Amazon. So this is a small example from Sean's podcast. I listened yesterday. So discovering the problem, it's very, very important. Are you solving a problem? If you are doing weight loss, the problem is they are very heavy, right? You need to recognize that. It could be if it is just exercise, you're just promoting a gym, then it could be, why do people go for a gym? They go to a gym because they want to lose weight, or they want to build strength, or they want to get ready for a marathon race. These are three simple reasons why they may go. But if you just start advertising, hey, if you want to lose weight, or you're going to go for a run, or you want to go build strength, then come to us. That is one way of marketing. It's super not targeted marketing. So the online, what really works is that you say specifically, this is the problem that we solve, and you find a niche in your market, right? That's very important. So in fitness, there is weight loss niche, or there is strength niche, or build your muscle niche, or whatever, right? So you pick one problem you want to solve in that market. Say if it is weight loss, you just choose weight loss. And I go back to my first secret, which is being a trusted advisor about weight loss. So when you become a trusted advisor, so I'm giving you an example here, combining all three strategies I spoke about today, right? So you pick the problem of being heavy and being they want to lose weight, right? So that's the problem. So you be the trusted advisor. How do you be the trusted advisor? You speak about the problem. You speak about the problem, like, okay, weight loss, because of weight loss, this is what happens. This is what these are the things. You can become diabetic. Having a big belly, you can have multiple problems. You can have your knee problems or whatever. Like, these are the things that show your expertise, right? And then next step is that you talk about all the solutions that are available in the market today. You can take pills, you can go and do some therapy, or, you can go for some, they suck the fat out of your body. You can do that. I don't know what's the name of it, but so yeah, these are different solutions that exist in the market. So either you can you can go there, or here's my solution. And why is my solution so unique? You talk about your solution, and you are being a trusted advisor there because you're exposing the flaws in the market and then saying that your solution doesn't have the flaw. That's when you become the trusted advisor. The second secret that we talked about today is about putting your personality in, right? So personality could be built into that by mentioning your own weight loss journey, or it could be that you pick up one of your clients' journey. You just help somebody lose like 10 kilos or 20 kilos in 6 months, and you take their journey. So that adds personality to your marketing. The third one is that the problem. We already chose the problem. The problem was weight loss, right? So this is one simple example of how you can build raving fans instead of customers and clients. So when it comes to weight loss, how will this person become a raving fan? So the person will actually lose weight, 10 kilos or 20 kilos, then he becomes fit. The next step is that he wants to build some proper muscles, right? He needs a nutrition plan. So you being the trusted advisor, he'll come to you and ask you that, who's the best nutritionist in your area, right? So then you can recommend him to the best nutritionist. Maybe that you have a tie-up with your nutritionist, then you can add more revenue to your business by just referring them to your nutritionist, isn't it? So this is the reason why you should build yourself as the trusted advisor and build raving fans. It gives you unlimited potential to skyrocket your revenue, because people are going to come again and again, and then they're going to refer their friends and family to you, and it's going to be an exponential growth for your business. Okay, so I'm going to summarize it to end this. So the summary is that the whole talk is about 3 secrets to building raving fans for your business. We spoke about Jay Abraham's strategy of preeminence, what it is about. So it's mostly about being a trusted advisor to your market. So we spoke about how to be a trusted advisor, being in their shoes and explaining the flaws in the market and stuff like that. And other few strategies of being the trusted advisor, right? Give more. Will you give more if you are a trusted advisor to your father, or to your kid, or to your uncle? Do the same to your clients, because they are your clients, right? So you want to build more connection with your clients, build raving fans. You need to deliver more, right? Give more to them and reward them when they consume your product. So that's another way, or they consume your product, or they refer somebody, reward them, right? So these are ways that you can actually build raving fans. A very good example of rewarding when referring is the PayPal, right? When PayPal started in the US, they actually gave $10 credit to every person who refers another person. And so it actually, if I'm the first user, then I refer my friend A, then my friend A gets my friend A gets $10, and I also get $10 for referring. So that's how PayPal really grew exponentially, right? So the same strategy is being used by Uber as well, right? So they give a referral code, and when you ask your friend to register, you will get a credit, as well as your friend also gets a credit, right? So these are ways they are exponentially growing. So what I'm saying is that what is really working in the market, guys. So the next one we spoke about is personality, right? How to build your personality into your products and services. So being more authentic, being vulnerable about what you are, who you are and stuff, building connections with people. Then how you really discover yourself. I spoke about taking the Myers-Briggs test or Gallup Strengths test and DISC, D-I-S-C, DISC assessment. So when you do that, you actually learn more about you. So you can actually find ways to add that personality into your products and services. So I spoke about an example of how Sean adds personality to his products, his books and everything. He's a cartoonist, so his whole book is all the illustrations as cartoons, and he adds recipes in between marketing books. So this is how he shows the personality in his products. The third one is problem, right? So before you go and market anything in the world, you need to really understand what is the problem that you're solving. Unless and until you understand what's the problem you're solving, it doesn't make sense for you to spend money to advertise or even to tell others, because it's just pointless. You just speak about your product. So I'll end with the quote from Tony Robbins. The quote said that, "Don't fall in love with your products. Fall in love with your customers." Simple thing, guys. You need to fall in love with your customers, not with your product. And that's when you'll build raving fans. Thank you for listening today. Any other questions? I'll just give like 1 minute to ask any questions you have. Was that useful? Any clarification that you need? You can just post it on the comments here. Thanks for joining, Peter. Thanks, Pavitra, for joining. Abhinaya, thanks for joining. Long time, guys. Any questions? Or else I'm going to wrap it up now. You can just comment if you have any questions. If you're watching the replay, then just comment on the video and then I'll answer them. Yeah. Cool. I enjoyed sharing this message with you guys. I would appreciate if you could share this video with your friends. Just click the share button and then help me spread my message to more people. All right. Thank you then. Bye-bye.